Oh my gosh, yeah, you're...
Good evening, everyone. We are Belle Reve. And tonight, we are going to present for you a long-lost play by the late, great Tennessee Williams, author of Streetcar Named Desire, The Glass Menagerie, and whatever this is. Now, Mr. Williams wrote every word that you're going to hear tonight, but he failed to leave us a title. However, he left us some instructions. He said, get two things from the audience. So from you, I need, first, what is something that you might find in your great-great-grandmother's attic?
A locket.
Stopwatch.
Quilts.
I heard a locket first.
Woo.
Thank you. Next, I need an adjective, you know, one of those describing words.
Flowing.
Did you say flowing?
Yeah.
Flowing. Ladies and gentlemen, Belle Reve presents to you the Flowing Locket.
Are you praying again?
I am. Hi.
Hi.
Violet, come on over.
Sorry to disturb you. I seem to disturb everyone, including my husband.
It's no matter, Violet. I'm just, I'm at the river today, and I thought I should come and make my peace with things.
Oh, I understand, Bernadette. I come to the river sometime to dress my wounds.
Oh,
Yes. Ever since I got into that accident, I come to the river a lot.
well, you mustn't play with those hay bales, okay, Violet?
They're just
It's a
so
ding-
cute. You ever seen a hay bale with all those sticky outed things? I just want to put my face in them. My husband says stop, but that's the one thing I don't listen to.
Yes, the one thing. Well, Violet, I suppose since you're a part of this now, I'm feeling a change coming.
Bernadette, are you going to ask me to pray with you? 'Cause nobody wants me to pray with them because God doesn't seem to like me.
Well, that
Thank
seems-
you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yep,
Oh, my
yep.
goodness.
It's happening now. Okay.
Sorry if I get a little bit of pus on you. It's not exactly clean yet.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you for the warning.
Of course, Bernadette.
Violet.
I think it's important to tell people when you're about to pus on them.
It's just polite manners in society, I
It is,
suppose.
don't you think, Bernadette?
Well, you'll be praying for your wounds.
I will,
Yes?
of course.
Okay.
And for my sweet husband. I really, really hope that Richard feels happier.
Oh, okay. All right.
What are you praying for?
Well, I was going to pray from some solitude, but I suppose I shall adjust, like the river does, adjusting and turning. I'll pray for a happy marriage for you. How about
Oh,
that?
that's so kind of you to pray for me. I came in here just lurking by the river, and there you were. I interrupted you, and you're going to pray for me and Richard?
Well, the priest does say you pray for others if you want your prayers answered, Violet.
Oh,
Yes.
that must be why God has not blessed me with health.
Yes, well, God is busy, There's a lot of people in this town, and, it's just so many.
Yes.
So many.
Yeah.
It can't all be from hell.
Oh,
Hey.
no.
That's what I like like to call a
bale of hay. Hail.
Yes.
I get it. No, some of them are from the barn cats, and some of the wounds and scars are from the tires that I accidentally find myself underneath sometimes. And some of them are from that time I got swept away in this very river when I was nursing the wound to my head that I got from falling down the stairs. On my own account, nobody pushed me, definitely not. I fell.
Let's pray in silence, shall we? Yes. Dear Father who art in heaven.
That's loud for silence.
You're absolutely correct, Violet. Sorry, I
That's
will
all
be
right.
silent.
Give it a moment. Ooh, 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 ooh. I'm sorry for ruining the silence with my ooh, ooh, oohing.
No, it's just, I can feel the pus traveling, so you want to just get it out?
Listen, Richard. I told you 100 times, I'm a pastor, I don't do confession. You can tell me all you like, but I can't absolve you of nothing.
Maybe I just want to talk.
Okay. It's always so serious with you. Can I make a drink or something? I was enjoying the birds just a moment ago. They were tweeting at me.
Well, I thank you for seeing me, even though I've interrupted the bird watching you're clearly doing here.
Yeah, it's okay. I'm trying to find inspiration for my sermon is all. Birds often give me that inspiration. Those winged little beautiful creatures are inspiring to me in the sense of, I wish I could fly. Just to see what it feels like, you know, it must be so wonderful to just be able to go wherever you want, whenever you want.
Wouldn't it though, Pastor? I mean, just to go anywhere, do anything. My heart is heavy, Pastor. Can you help me with that?
Afraid not. You got a heavy heart. I told you to go to the doctor. They can weigh it with some.
No, it's not it's not a physical condition. I mean it metaphorically, spiritually. I have heaviness upon my soul.
Okay. Pray tell. Why? Where does that originate from?
I don't know. It's difficult to talk about it. You know my wife. She has every ailment under the sun.
Yes.
What's wrong with her?
I think modern medicine has yet to figure that out.
She prays all the time and nothing happens.
I know. I often find her behind my barn. On her knees praying. Don't have the heart to tell her that God don't exist behind that barn.
God seems to treat her very poorly, or maybe I do. I don't know.
What do you mean? Maybe you do, Richard.
I mean, maybe I do. Maybe I treat her poorly. Maybe it's not God at all. Maybe I pushed her occasionally, Pastor.
Like metaphor?
No, I mean, in this particular
I
case.
challenged her to be a better person. Please, tell me, Richard, that's what you mean. I'm a man of God. I can't have you telling me that you have broken your vows.
I have not broken my vows in any way, but it's
in sickness and in health, and just because your wife got mostly sickness, I don't mean that you got to give up on her.
You don't know how difficult it is.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't.
I was married once. That's right. Everybody forgets. She's been dead a long time, but every day I still see her face when I look at those birds. Her lips were long like a beak. And I miss them. Every day she would peck me on my forehead and wish me a good morning. She would make me a seeded bread sandwich. And I loved her, and I lost her, so I know what it's like, Richard.
And how do you live with it every day? How do you live knowing that she might be in those birds that you see every day? Is that it? You see her face in those birds?
I persevere because that's what men do.
May I have that drink now?
Go ahead. But don't tell me you got it worse off. At least your wife is still here.
I'm so sorry.
Please.
The
lovely to see you pass
Yes.
through.
Marigold, how are you? Pleasure.
I'm well. I was hoping to just have a moment alone, if possible. Hello, Richard.
Hello, Miss Marigold. Pastor, hope to continue this conversation with you someday.
I guess I'll leave you alone, man.
No.
Marigold.
You're always in demand, you know. This town, all of our secrets, I think they run through your chapel like the river runs through the middle of this town. We're all here to drop our loads of secrets.
Marigold, I told you. How many times do I got to tell you all? This is not a place for confession. I will talk to you if you want, but I cannot do the Lord's work through me.
Fine, let's talk. That's all I'm asking for. Confessions for those fools that think they're godly or something like.
I'm a
Bernadette
pastor.
down at the river, I see her praying, and Violet. Fools, all of them. I don't want that sort of confession.
What's on your mind, Marigold?
You.
What about me?
Ever since you lost Guinevere,
Don't you speak her name.
you've been pining away over here by yourself. I notice things. I notice how lonely you are. I notice how much you drink.
I'm not one of those is true. I'm not lonely, okay? She's still with me.
Where? Where is she?
She's there.
I saw her get buried in the ground. And the cemetery right out there, that's where she is. Bones.
Stop it.
Desiccation.
What the hell is wrong with you?
What the hell is wrong with me is I am a woman with blood pumping through my veins. There's nothing wrong with me. I'm alive. And I don't know why you don't see that.
Marigold, even if I was over my sweet Guinevere's death, which I'm not, let's just say I prefer my lockets closed. And yours has been open a long time.
Wide open.
God knows what picture's in there. What man's face is inside your locket this week.
Never you mind. But I know whose picture I'd like in there this week.
Stop that.
Why should I stop?
Because I'm a man of God.
Why did you stop?
I'm stop being a man.
Is it because I'm married?
I forgot that you were married. And that's my reason. Easy out for me. You're married, and I just now remembered. I will never break the vows of marriage. It's all I care about.
Is it? I don't know if I'm convinced of that. I see the way you look at me in church.
Stop looking at me like a piece of meat from the deli. I'm not a boar's head, okay? I'm a man.
Well, I'll tell you what, who is not a man is my husband.
You're gonna have to remind me of his name, because I just remembered him a moment ago.
His name
We'll say it at the same time.
Boneyard.
Your husband Boneyard is a nice man. And I will honor the vows that he set on your wedding day. In fact, I married you two. How could I forget?
You have a very strange memory.
It's from all my dreams.
Yes. But Boneyard, as you call him, is not the husband I was hoping for. That's all I'll say. It seems like I've said enough.
I'm out of here.
All right.
Is anybody here in the cemetery?
Hi, Violet.
Oh, my eyes. I can't see on account of I accidentally shoved them into a tree. Is that you, Boneyard?
Hey, I'm right behind you.
What? Ah! Oh yeah, that's you. It's fuzzy. Do they look bad?
They look very red,
Oh.
and they look a little swollen. and a little pussy.
Oh, that's typical for my body.
I'm aware.
Oh, Boneyard, I'm so glad you're here. I keep bumping into gravestones, and I could use an escort back to my house.
That's okay. I can help you out.
All right, thank you so much. Tell me about your day today. Did you dig up anything good?
I may have. I did decide to spend time at the graveside of my cousin Bernadette.
Oh, your cousin.
So,
Such a sad time when she died.
yeah, it was sad. I didn't know her too well,
Oh,
considering that I've always been here
right.
in the graveyard. But you know, when she got buried here, she like moved in with me at my place, even though I'm also have a house with my wife Marigold.
Yes, I do know your story. I live in this town and I know you pretty well.
I just feel like not many people do.
Yeah, well, I do, and I think it's really lovely that you have the house next to the graveyard. It really fits your personality.
Yeah.
And I'm really grateful for you on account of I live pretty close to here, and you've helped me out on so many occasions, like that time that I fell down the stairs. Definitely fell on my own 2 feet. No one pushed me.
I've been hearing about that a lot recently.
Really?
Are we sure that it was just you that accidentally fell down?
Yes,
Okay.
100%.
Because if it was your husband Richard, I would do some mean, nasty things to him.
Would you?
I would.
Would you shank him with a bone?
I would have to. Yes. Yes.
Violet, what happened?
Ah, Richard, I ran into a tree.
You ran into your eyes.
I know, they're very pussy.
Boneyard, thank you for getting her home safe.
You're welcome.
He's right there, darling.
Ah,
Yes.
thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I wish you the best with the archaeology.
No, thank you.
Ah,
Yeah, that's me,
hello,
darling.
darling.
You're not going to be able to work in the barn today. Look at your eyes. What did you do to yourself?
The tree was just ever so there.
So cursed by everything.
I don't know, dear. But I was hoping at tonight's sermon that maybe the pastor could say a few extra words for me since my prayers are not working.
I don't know if I want to go to night service tonight.
Please, I need to go to night service. My eyes!
All right. We'll go and we'll pray for your eyes
My arms
and the
and my
arms and the
leg.
legs and the pus.
There's something happening internally. I feel like the pus is building up inside.
Violet, come on. Let's...
Darling, maybe you should look for the pus inside.
I will not look for the pus
Baby,
inside.
you haven't looked for the pus inside in a long time. I feel as though maybe the wounds are happening because I'm hysterical.
Maybe stop talking, Violet. Please. Please, maybe
Okay,
be quiet.
all right.
Pray quietly for the pus to go away, okay?
Sorry. The quiet praying didn't work for years, and so I just have adapted to praying loudly and yelling at everything.
I'll look for the pus inside you.
Boneyard,
God.
what are you still doing here,
I'm
Boneyard?
digging.
Boneyard, go back to the graveyard. Thank you. Violet,
Yes, Richard.
I haven't been much of a man to you, much of a husband. I regret it. I'm gonna try harder, okay?
Okay. I just.
Don't ask me to find the pus inside you, okay?
Pastor, I would like to make a confession.
Miss Coretta, nice to see you again. You know, what would you like to confess? We might as well.
Well,
I'm going to take notes.
I appreciate that. And I'm still having thoughts about a married man. As I
What do
said
you-
before, I think about him all the time. He looks so unhappy, and I would like to be the one to bring a little happiness into his life.
And how would you do that? Please say make him a cake or something.
Well, if you count giving of the flesh like Jesus did, I would like to do that.
Miss Coretta, married men are off limits in Jesus' perspective.
But what if his wife is so unwell that she could not possibly be able to satisfy his carnal needs? I'm assuming, and I don't know this for a fact.
That is an important part of a marriage. I am perplexed. On the one hand, I want to honor God's word, you see, but on the other hand, I am but a man in this world.
And you've had a wife, and
Stop it.
Why
does everyone love bringing her up?
I'm sorry. I always forget. You must be in a lot of pain yourself, and I'm sorry that I don't have feelings for you in that way.
Excuse me? Wait a minute, hang on a second. No, that is not what I meant at all. Wait, what are you on about, Miss Coretta? I fear that this confession has given you false thoughts of what is transpiring here.
I just have this seething guilt inside of me, and yet a burning lust that flows through every bit of my body, through every little hair and pore and nerve and cell and fiber. Oh, Pastor! I have desires, and I feel that I cannot fulfill them, but I want to, and that's all I think about, Pastor. That's all I think about.
I understand, Miss Coretta. But please, first of all, my organ player's in the back, and she can hear me. Let's just keep it down with the moaning and screaming for it. I understand what you're saying. I'm just saying find someone else to direct that desire. You cannot put that on someone who's committed.
How do you turn it on and off? The feelings of the heart.
I don't know how to do that.
Pastor, I need to confess my feelings. Oh, Miss Coretta.
Oh,
Hi, so sorry. I didn't realize you were previously engaged.
yes, I was just finishing
She's
up.
just, yes. Say one Hail Mary and two, I'm not going to do it. just please look in the mirror and say it.
For you, I will.
Miss
Nice
Coretta.
to see you, Bernadette.
Bernadette, welcome.
Pastor, I
Take
need
a
to
seat in
become
the
a nun.
confessional.
I need to become a nun, Pastor.
What?
I can't do this anymore. I have carnal desires for someone. And I need to tell you about them in detail,
Today
Pastor.
is not my day. Yes, please. Tell me more. Honestly, the spittle has not even dried off from the last confession, and I'm already hearing talk of the same old nonsense. Pray tell, who is this carnal desire for?
The Lord wouldn't approve, sir. Bad Pastor.
I think the Lord left this booth long ago. Who are you speaking of?
Might have been someone who was just here, Pastor. I
There was
can't
no
do
man
it
here.
anymore. Yes, of course, the last man who was here. That's the one.
Truth be told, I haven't seen a man in this booth in weeks. The men in this town don't really confess too much.
I'm confessing. I need to get away from it all, Pastor. I tried to leave, but then this town, it just keeps pulling me back, and she keeps pulling me back. I mean, he.
Sometimes I think
Pastor,
we
help
make.
me.
I understand.
Oh, I'm
Oh,
sorry. I did not realize you would be previously engaged.
yeah, it's fine.
Bernadette. Hello. Please continue. I can mutter to myself and then
No, we don't want you to do that. Look, say 2 Hail Marys, and then, honestly, I'm sorry you're stuck in this town. There's not much I can do there. But we will continue this conversation. I would love to know more about those feelings.
Thank you, Pastor. Violet?
See you tonight at the night sermon.
Yes, so I'll see you tonight, Violet.
I'm so sorry. I'm closed for this. Violet, I'm sorry.
Boneyard!
Yes, Marigold?
I suppose it's supper time again. Yes? Do you
Yeah.
expect me to cook a meal for you?
I just don't know how to.
No, you were never taught it. I found this bottle of it's jarred pickles. Will that do? You know, when you married me, I wasn't the cooking type, and my mind's been preoccupied lately.
It's okay.
What about your sister Bernadette? Is she coming for dinner again?
I think we're just going to see her at the sermon later tonight.
Oh, okay. Because, you know, I don't mind if she lives here. It's okay. I know that you're very close with her.
Yeah. Yeah, especially since after her cousin Guinevere passed away.
I know, it's been hard, but I just never see you anymore. You're always down digging around those bones. I don't understand.
I guess you could say I just have an infatuation with death.
Is that why you wear the cape? I can't believe after all these years of marriage, I never thought to ask why you wear the cape. But why? Why do you wear the cape?
I mean, what is there after the afterlife than death, right?
Yes, it's all around us. It seems like wherever I look, that damn graveyard's right behind me. It sneaks up on you in this town.
That's why you gotta embrace it. You gotta just know that death's coming, and then you're able to try and enjoy what we have in our lives currently.
And digging in that dirty earth with bones and God knows what, that you derive enjoyment from that? I don't understand why I ever married you. And then you come in with these random pieces of jewelry from our ancestors. It's tawdry. That locket you brought in the other day, who knows who it belonged to? It's immoral. The cape. A woman has desires other than watching her man digging around in the ground like some dirty animal. You've been neglecting me now for years.
I have.
Aren't you going to eat your pickle?
Pastor, are you nearby? I'm out behind the barn like you told me to give you some space. But my knees are on the gravel and they're digging into the old wounds. So I think I'm bleeding on the earth. Pastor?
Pastor ain't here right now. Call back later.
I know it's you. I may be full of physical ailments, but my brain is not pussy.
Why are you here?
I told you. Well, I didn't because you kicked me out immediately. But I've been having feelings. But they're about my husband.
Okay.
I don't know what to do with them because he won't do anything about them, and the last time I tried, I fell down the stairs. So I'm nervous to feel what I feel again, because what if the stairs sneak up on me again? They just came out of nowhere like the graveyard in this town.
Depends on what you're feeling.
My knees.
No, I mean for your husband.
No, I'm at my knees right now, the blood.
So just to get up. You don't have to be on your knees. We're not praying right now. We're not actively speaking to the
The
Lord.
behind the barn always feels like where you should pray.
Hush, hush, come here. Hey. Up and at him. Come here. I just don't want you bleeding all over my barn, okay?
Sorry if I got pus on your
It's
arms.
fine.
I seem to get pus on everybody. Just flowing out of me like the river.
We don't have to talk about that right now. Look, you ever think about Maybe not wanting the things you want.
No.
Some people aren't meant to get what they want. Olivia.
Is that how you feel? Pastor, are you all right? That's not my name.
What the hell's your name again? I knew you were something in that space.
That was very close.
I've been drinking a lot, and that is my excuse for many things.
If you rearranged the letters in my name and took out the T, you would get
Which
Olivia.
is what I did, obviously.
I know you well, Pastor. You were there the very first night of my first accident.
I just wanted...
My wedding night.
That was your first accident.
When I fell off the altar.
When you fell off the altar.
It's like God didn't want me to marry Richard.
Maybe.
Pastor, bringing you a hail day to your barn. Very heavy, though.
Honey.
Is that a hail?
Violet, what is a hail? It's a hay bale.
A hail?
Yeah, a hail.
Well, now that my eyes were fixed, I figured before coming to that sermon, I wanted to just come over and talk about things with the pastor.
Well, I'm terribly sorry to interrupt, but this does look unusual. Why are you out here in the barn and not in the chapel where you would have this kind of conversation?
I ran out of paper towels.
And I'm puzzled all over.
So I told her to stay outside.
I typically pray outside by the barn.
God likes it better that way.
And instead of Hail Marys, I just hail.
All right, well.
I'll go home and bathe.
No.
No, of course, I should be the one to leave.
I interrupted.
No, let me go home. I can make it. I can see it.
You know what? This is my barn. I understand that. I think I'm going to just leave you two alone. Maybe you have some talking to do. And look at how good of a pastor I am.
Sit on a hail with me.
Violet, this feels strange here in the barn outside of the church.
This is where I always am.
No, and it's so weird.
Just look at all the sticky outy things in the hail. The hay bale, the hail. Just in case. I can't decide which one I want to use.
Violet, do you ever wonder why God is punishing you this way?
I was just thinking about that with the pastor. Remember my very first accident?
Oh, God. Our wedding night.
Yeah. We shouldn't have been on such high an altar. It was too high, and that bone sticking out of my leg really ruined the wedding night. I'm sorry to bring it up. I know it ruined everything for you, and you couldn't. I'm not done. Once you saw that bone, then you weren't able to perform, and I understand that. But I was
had a compound fracture. It was disgusting and vile, and you were screaming in pain. What am I going to do? Consummate while you have a compound fracture?
That's what I figured would happen. A woman is told on her wedding night to just be there.
I don't know that even if you were perfectly well, if I could have. To be honest.
I'm so embarrassed. I left my drink.
Oh, Coretta. Hi. I didn't expect to see you at the river.
I come here sometimes.
I've seen you with you on the bench with me.
Oh, of course. I like this bench. Sometimes I bring bread to feed the ducks that come by, but I didn't bring any today.
Okay.
I'm breadless.
I also feel breadless in many ways. Nothing to do with the ducks. I wanted to relate to what you said.
That's mighty kind of you.
So what are you doing? Oh, no, you were saying something.
No, I was just going to say, Bernadette, have you ever felt a burning desire?
Yes.
For someone that is unattainable?
Yes.
And everything you do, you just think about him night and day, and you know it's wrong, but you can't help yourself. You're just hungry for something that you can't have.
I can't relate to that feeling.
You can't?
No.
You can't?
I I can and I can't.
What's it like for you?
Well, it feels like I'm dying. Every time.
You know that feeling?
Like when I see them, I'm born again and my heart starts beating and
That's it, exactly.
paramedics are saying, no, she's fine, step back. But then it, just like that, it all stops.
And you die.
And I die. But I suppose that is what it is to be human, to die.
I suppose so. To
Yeah.
just walk around like some kind of zombie-like creature, dead entirely, but with a longing, not for brains, but for someone's heart, for someone's soft touch against your body. And then maybe then it would reinvigorate your body, that you could be reanimated. I've been seeing a lot of movies down at the cinema that are science fiction, and it gets me thinking. I go to the cinema alone and sit there in the dark, and I sometimes just hold the arm of the seat next to me, and when I get scared, I just wish that someone was there to hold it back.
Well, I have arms. I have 2 of them. I could come with you and make sure you're not alone. It's real dark in the theaters. Like I could be anyone.
Well, that is so kind of you, Bernadette. But I sometimes when the music swells and it's a romance and the man and the woman are just about to kiss, why I look over and there's no one there to kiss, you know?
Yes. Yes, I agree with you exactly. Yes. Well, kissing's overrated anyways. I'm gonna be a nun. Yes, I've talked to the pastor. It's all sorted out. He said, "Oh, I've been waiting for this for years." So that's what I'm gonna do now. I'm gonna be a nun.
Well, then you'll have somebody, because people say that nuns are married to Jesus.
Oh yes, I'll be married to a man.
Boneyard, how are you?
I'm doing well, Mags. William.
Sorry, one moment. I'm just taking down some names here. I like to come to see the gravestones and write down some names for my sermons.
Yeah.
I'm a name dropper. Really makes things personal, you know?
Right. Yeah, speaking of personal,
Here we go.
I did something you probably are not going to like to hear. I was digging around, and I dug up Guinevere's grave.
What the hell? Again? When I specifically asked you not to do that anymore. I said any other grave except Guinevere's.
I was looking for something.
I put cinder blocks on top of it. And I said, do not, and I wrote do not in chalk, do not dig up. What is wrong with you? She got pushed another 6 inches down from the weight of the blockade I made. And yet you persevered through. Oh, God.
I was determined. Get her locket. It has 4 of us in it. You, her, Bernadette, and myself.
Where is it? What did you do? It's in your pocket. Well, give me it then.
So, I just thought you would want it. It's been 4 years.
What is time, Boneyard? But a curse. 4 years, it feels like 4 minutes. I can still smell her on my pillow.
What you two have is special. I recognize that.
You just dug her up. Don't you talk to me about special.
We all grieve in our own ways. I am not in a happy marriage myself.
Join the goddamn club.
You are not married anymore.
Yes, I am.
Who?
She's there. She is everywhere for me. She's still deep inside of my heart. And when I see these little birds, I feel as strongly in love with her as I ever have. Ours was the only wedding that didn't have an accident happen. That's how I knew God wanted it to happen.
Beautiful. That's beautiful. I'm not gonna make fun of you for that.
Why would you do that?
I have fun with people have. I'm talking like a bird.
What is going on? Boneyard, you just dug up my wife's bone. You want to make fun of me for being sentimental?
No, I am not gonna make fun
You're
of
so
you.
sick and twisted. Go pay attention to your own wife. She's been asking around for some stuff. Lay it on the table. Why don't I dig up your wife's bones while she's alive? Huh? Lay it all out. Show you her locket. Open it up in front of you. Spread it open in front of your face.
That sounds very specific.
It is. Don't talk to me about love and my wife. I loved your cousin more than you will ever know. But I haven't seen you even but touch your wife in years. So what's the matter with you? Huh? You like touching bones more than your own human wife?
What did you hear? I mean, no, probably not.
Oh, would you just sit down, you silly Millie?
Oh, okay.
No, go down. You haven't even heard what I have to say. I heard about you becoming a nun.
Oh, yes, I am going to do that. Yes, make sure you tell everyone you know, including the pastor. Yes.
Why on earth would you do that?
Why on earth wouldn't I? I'm a woman of God.
You are a young, beautiful woman. You have all of life ahead of you. You could get out of this town. You could find love. You're just so much better than this town. This town is surrounded by death and water. You need to leave it.
Is there anybody in the house?
Oh, goodness.
Is anybody in there? I got my arm stuck on the fence.
If we're real quiet, maybe she won't hear us.
It's inside of my body.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh, fine.
Please, Marigold.
I'm here.
Bernadette,
I'm coming down.
oh, thank gosh.
What on
Thank
earth?
goodness. I don't know what happened. I was walking and then all of a sudden the fence popped out of nowhere. You better be careful. I don't want you to remove it too quickly on account of the blood.
I think I'm just gonna have to do it
No,
fast.
please
1,
don't.
2,
No.
3.
Oh, it's gushing.
It is
Take me inside. Lay me down. Oh, God. Oh.
One chair down there.
No, I need to lay. I need to lay down. You need to wrap it. I need a tourniquet. Oh, Lord. No, Lord.
There's a towel under the sink. Go get it. Hurry. Put it in. Hurry, hurry, hurry.
You are so kind,
Oh,
Marigold.
it's nothing. It's
I'm so
nothing.
grateful that I hurt myself right outside of your home.
Oh, dear Lord.
These are all the towels you
ridiculous.
have?
Yeah, that's all I have.
Marigold, while you dress my wounds, I am reminded of Bones, and I have to ask, are you all right? You and Boneyard? He said something peculiar the other day.
What did he say?
Well, I was looking for someone to look inside my pus inside. And he said, the pus coming out of my body, I think it's filling up inside of me.
Oh,
and
that's revolting.
Well, I don't have another way to say it. What should I call pus? White blood cells?
I suppose it's an infected fluid that your body produces when you're not well.
Well, that is what's happening. It feels like it's coming up inside, and as he's an archaeologist, he offered to help look at it. And
He wanted to look at your pus?
Inside.
Inside?
Inside my pus.
I don't know if I like the sounds of that. Do you like the sounds of that?
No.
His
I didn't realize Boneyard was telling people he's an archaeologist.
Oh,
don't laugh.
I'm
the settee.
I understand.
Let me pull the ottoman over.
Oh, thank you.
Did you hear that our beautiful Bernadette is going to become a nun?
Wow. Our town is so full of wonderful people. A pastor, an archaeologist, a nun, and unhappily married people.
This is true, but
That's why we all need the night sermon. Thank God it's happening soon. You think I'm gonna die?
Dad, I just wanted to visit you before a night sermon. I wanted to confess to you. Doing the best I can, but I don't think it's enough. I try to love Violet, but there's something in me that can't. Not really. Something in me that can't love anything. I don't know what it is, Dad. I try to take care of the farm. I try to take care of her. I think I was made wrong. Dad? I think I was made broken.
I believe you could be fixed.
Miss Coretta, I'm so sorry you had to hear that.
I have not. I just saw you standing here alone, and I was gonna come in and say hello, but I'm so sorry to interrupt.
You felt that it was better to interrupt.
But I heard you say that, and you're not broken. You're perfect. You're perfect in every way.
You don't know anything about what I am.
I know what I see, and I like what I see.
I know what I see. I know I see beasts in the field, birds in the air, and insects, and they all know their place in this world, and I don't know where I fit or where I belong or who I am. All I know is that everything around me ends up broken and diseased and vile, and I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
I don't see that. I see a beautiful beast, and I think God loves all of his creatures. Does he not? All creatures deserve love. And you say you're vile, but all I see is someone who has an emptiness inside of them. And I recognize that emptiness because it's inside me as well.
I don't want your emptiness. I don't want you. I don't want you to touch me. I don't want you to look. Don't look. I'm cursed, don't you understand? I'm disgusting and vile, and I don't belong on this earth.
Maybe there's a way to lift the curse. I saw a film that was just like that. Why, on the kiss of...
Don't you touch me! Get away from me. You gonna kiss me in this place of death? Huh? Is that what you want? You want to die kissing?
I want to live, and kissing is how I think I'm gonna live.
Then what are you doing in a graveyard?
I'm looking for you.
Then you're looking for death itself.
It doesn't have to be that way. Why don't you let anybody love you?
How could anybody love this? Huh?
I
tried to love somebody and she is a diseased, vile creature. You know why? Because I am a diseased, vile creature. All of Violet's ailments, they emerge from me. That's right. You want to be that way? You want to kiss this? You want pus inside you as well? Is that what you want? Huh?
It is.
Is that what
It's
you
all I
want?
think
Oh,
about.
get away from me.
Name of the Father, of His Son.
And the Holy
Oh,
Spirit.
Jesus Christ! How did you get in here?
Well, it is night sermons.
I know, but I thought I locked the door.
No, I
Put a
know
bunch of
it's-
cinder blocks in front of it. You moved them, didn't you?
I did.
You're just like your husband.
We have a few minutes.
I do. I'm lighting candles for the sermon. Jeez.
Don't you want to be ready?
Marigold, I told you.
We you're not a man anymore?
I'm
Is
a
that what you're
married
telling me?
man. I'm a married man. And just because you and I made a mistake all those years ago does not mean I'm going to do that again. Not in front of the Lord and of my omnipotent wife.
What do you mean a mistake?
You got past the cinder blocks too.
I passed them. I'm like, oh,
I was
yeah,
talking
my
about
cousin.
mistakes that everyone makes mistakes is what I was preparing.
He
I
was talking
practicing for
about
my-
when we were in love. When he made love to me.
Those are two different things as far as I'm concerned.
When was this?
So long ago. Ages ago.
April.
It was April, yes. But it felt like ages ago, Boneyard. Don't. She tricked me.
Like a woman, alive. Not just some bag of bones.
She put on a bird costume.
You do what you... It's feminine wiles, and I'll go bird if I have to go
She was
bird.
peacocking all over the place, Boneyard. It wasn't my fault.
You're a trusted man of this town.
Thank you.
You were married to my cousin.
Was. She's dead.
Okay.
Dead, dead, dead! I'm gonna say it again! I like the special cape you wore for tonight's night service.
I was going to compliment it before you started throwing around
Exactly.
accusations.
I think you got it out of my closet. Can't you just accept the fact that I don't want to be with you anymore? That's who I want to be.
Wait, hang on. No, you can't.
You want to be with my wife?
Not at all. Dude,
You
that's
want to be with my wife?
He's
Oh,
been
God.
with me.
Oh, jeez. Boneyard. You just punched God. I'm delivering His word tonight, and you just punched
You
me.
are a man. You are not God.
Did the sermon start
It
early?
has not started. We just walked in on something.
Oh,
Pastor, you okay?
You look like me.
Fine. It's a little misunderstanding.
Yeah, just stay right here. I'm gonna get you a chair.
Thank you.
Here. Here, you can take this one.
Oh, thank you.
Go ahead.
Everyone's so nice when you're injured all the time. Thank you so much. Oh, thank you, honey.
How you look on the outside is how I feel on the inside. Ripped apart.
Oh, I thought
Why did you lead me on?
I did no such thing.
What?
This is.
This discussion you all have.
They had a special night together in April.
April last month?
I don't know why the word special's even thrown in there. It was like average at best. I'm sorry. It was a whole misunderstanding, everybody. Do you want it? The book of Job says that
I'm realizing now I was behind the barn that night. Yeah, that's the night that I got all those cats on top of me and they scratched, and I thought that the noises coming from inside the church were just people praying hard and fast and saying more. And now I understand that while the cats were scratching my body, you were scratching the sanctity of this chapel.
Is that true, Pastor?
which part?
I'm here, Pastor, and I'm ready to be a nun. Oh, well, all of you are here to see me be sworn in as a nun. I knew this town cared about me.
You don't want to be a nun. Tell the truth.
Especially with him.
What do you mean, especially with him? The pastor's a
Bernadette,
good man.
stop hiding who you are. You don't want to be a nun. I know the real you. Tell them. Everyone's pointing fingers at me.
What do you mean the real her? What are you talking
Ask
about?
her.
What is he talking about?
I love Coretta. Hi. Nun. Now.
She's not a nun.
Wait, it sounded like you said I love and then you said Coretta. Are you?
No, she just walked in the door. That's why I said her name.
Miss Coretta, are you okay? I hope I didn't hurt you before.
What did you do to
What?
her?
I saw her in the grave. I visited my father's grave, and while I was there, she surprised me, and I pushed her down.
Are you sure she didn't fall on her own?
No, she did not fall on her own, Violet. I pushed her. I pushed her the way I've pushed you way too many times. I'm sorry.
No, I fell on my own off the altar, off that car that one time.
There's no reason to lie.
He shall receive judgment from the Lord.
Hey, stop skipping ahead.
Why were you near him for him to be able to push you? That's our intimacy.
I was trying to be intimate with him, and I suppose he did treat me like his wife. In that moment that he pushed me away.
That is so dark.
You tried to be intimate with my husband.
He's so sad and lonely, and he needs love so much.
Oh, he doesn't have to be sad and lonely. I am literally, bones are popping out of my body for you.
Violet, I cannot be with you.
So you can be with me?
No, I cannot be with you either.
Guinevere, take me now! Pick me up and take me, fly me away, Guinevere! I don't want to be here no more!
Pastor, what? Sanctify me. Save me. Save me, Pastor.
Fine!